From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is Wake Up Weather.
Good Friday morning to you. I'm Kelly Rawson here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center live at 6 a.m. We have some things to talk about with the weekend forecast, as well as cranking up the heat heading into next week as we round out the month of July. Certainly going to be back to feeling like July as we have a little bit of a relief from the heat. We had that yesterday. We'll have that today as well, even into tomorrow, but that's paired with some higher rain and storm chances leading into the first part of the weekend. But let's get you out the door right now on this Friday morning. We have a little bit of fog, but we are off to a relatively dry start out there. We do have just a few very light showers into far southern Lawrence County, Alabama, and far southern Franklin County, Alabama as well. Otherwise, we are dry across the Tennessee Valley this morning, which is certainly some good news out there, catching a little bit of a break from any sort of rainfall. And we are going to unfortunately see some more showers and storms in the forecast for today, but the more south you are, the better those chances are going to be. But we have a little bit less cloud cover the more north we are, and that's going to kind of be the trend for the rest of today. The more south you are, the more cloud cover and the higher your rain chances. But for you folks in southern middle Tennessee, we are waking up not in bad shape. It almost feels like there's a little bit of a chill in the air, temperatures in at the mid 60s for the most part, but that is because we don't have as much cloud cover the more north you are. But then heading southward, that cloud cover does continue to thicken up. Temperatures still in the 70s, low to mid 70s to start off in parts of North Alabama. So warmer to the south on account of that cloud cover. We are looking at some fog developing into parts of North Alabama. Some reduced visibility, especially in some rural areas and especially south of the Tennessee River. Fog not too bad of an issue by any means in southern middle Tennessee. So let's take a peek at some of our Skycam networks over into Huntsville. The Rocket City not being able to see very much this morning. We do have some thick fog into parts of Madison County, so something to keep in mind for you folks in North Alabama. But we're looking at really not any fog whatsoever here overlooking Lawrenceburg. Good morning to you folks. Again, temperatures a little bit on the cooler side in the 60s this side of the state line, but we are still going to be muggy for today, unfortunately, but still a relatively cooler day out there. Over into Florence, we're still looking at cloud cover, a mostly cloudy, if not an overcast sky into Lauderdale County and much of North Alabama for this Friday morning. So a gloomy start, but like I said, most of us are at least off to a dry start so far. Here on Futurecast, you'll see cloud cover stick around even into parts of North Alabama, or I should say southern middle Tennessee, but I think we see a few more breaks in the clouds the more north we are. And the more north you are, you should stay a little bit drier as well. Temperatures this afternoon in at the mid 80s. So again, relatively cooler, at least for late July, but still some mugginess and humidity will be in the air. And then the more south you are, like I said, that is where we are going to see slightly higher rain chances, just scattered in nature and mainly south of the Tennessee River, North Alabama. But anybody in North Alabama does have a chance for scattered showers and storms later on this afternoon. Central Alabama is where they have even higher rain chances. So again, the more south you are in the viewing area, the higher your rain chances are, but they are just going to be scattered at best. And then for the evening and overnight, temperatures will fall back into the upper 60s to lower 70s. But even as early as tomorrow morning, we do have scattered showers and storms on the board. Could be widespread at times, maybe some heavy rainfall. The good news, though, no severe weather is expected, but it is going to be enough to probably ruin or cancel your outdoor plans, whether it's the morning or afternoon on Saturday. So something to keep in mind heading into the first part of the weekend. Scattered to widespread rain and storms, maybe some pockets of heavy rainfall with anything that moves through. No severe storms expected, though, which is some good news. So of the 2 days of the weekend, looking like Saturday going to be the wetter day, but then heading into Sunday, we do still have scattered thunderstorm chances on the board, but is trending a little bit drier. So any weekend plans, maybe those outdoor activities can be done on Sunday, but just be sure to be checking on the radar to see if anything is falling in the area. And then heading into next week, we are going to dry out. You know the caveat that comes with that. Heading into the middle and late summer, we are going to be cranking up the heat once again, heading into early and mid next week. Again, we will be on the drier side, minimal rain chances heading into next week. That continues into Tuesday and Wednesday, but here is just how warm we are going to get again for the next few days. Yeah, we'll still have some humidity in the air temperatures in the mid 80s, feeling like the mid 90s for today and tomorrow, but then we get up into the mid 90s for our actual air temperatures. That means those feels like temperatures going to be even warmer than that, into the 105 to 108 degree range. So we may see some heat advisories heading into next week as well. So we are going to be back to that intense heat for at least Monday through the middle of next week. Now for today though, again this morning, honestly feeling refreshing for some of us in southern middle Tennessee, but on the relatively cooler side for today. Temperatures stay in the 70s. A few rain showers may be passing by the next few hours, and then scattered showers and storms mainly for North Alabama for this afternoon. That's reflected here on your hourly forecast. Again, you folks in southern middle Tennessee, I'm thinking stay mostly dry. In fact, most of the rainfall should stay south of the Tennessee River. In North Alabama, temperatures, like I said, in the mid 80s, maybe a few upper 80s out there. Otherwise, though, relatively okay day temperature wise for today. Same story for your Saturday, but that's because we are going to be starting off the day with rain and storms. It's just not going to allow us to get very warm, but we will still have the humidity with us on Saturday. A few scattered thunderstorms continue for your Sunday. A lower rain chance for Sunday, which is definitely some good news, but then we are going to crank up the heat heading into next week with those air temperatures in the mid 90s and those heat index values into the triple digits. So let's go ahead and talk about what's happening across the Tennessee Valley this weekend. Be sure to stick around for this because we have plenty of events going on, starting with the Handy Festival that is continuing this weekend. It is all day on Saturday. By the way, on Saturday, there will be a parade at Wilson Park starting at 10 a.m. You can head out to multiple venues all across the Shoals for live music to check out some live local artists. Want to get some shopping done? Head to the Loretto Civic Center on Saturday. Christmas in July vendor market happening indoors, so should be not a problem with the rainfall. 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. There will be shopping, food, and fun out there. The Rebel Rouser Cruisin' happening at the National Confederate Museum in Columbia from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. There will be food trucks, museum tours, and of course, all kinds of cool vehicles. Community outreach happening at the Lincoln County Fairgrounds in Fayetteville, Tennessee. That is from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. There will be haircuts, groceries, school supplies, and all kinds of community resources. A very cool event happening out there tomorrow morning. Also happening tomorrow morning, the Summer Safety Bash at the Hardin County Fairgrounds in Savannah, Tennessee. That's from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. It is a free event, and there will be community resources out there as well. Also happening on Saturday, there will be a clothing giveaway for anybody in need. This is happening at the Mars Hill United Methodist Church in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. It is from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. Again, that is on Saturday. A meet and greet happening for your favorite local authors and illustrators at the Lawrence County Public Library. That is from 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. on Saturday. So head out there to meet your favorite local author and illustrator. Live music, free live music, by the way, happening at Veterans Park in Lawrenceburg. Gates open at 4 p.m. just like they do every Saturday. 6 p.m. is when live music will begin. The band this Saturday is Jocelyn and the Sweet Compression. Speaking of live music, another opportunity, Music on the Porch at Manor Hall in Mount Pleasant. That is from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. The band playing this Saturday is the Velvet Troubadours. On Sunday, the WC Handy Festival continues. Again, that is all day in the Shoals. Head out to multiple venues for multiple local live music artists. You can check their social media pages to see who is playing where. If you have any events going on in your community and you want to see that event on the community calendar to get the word out, you can email me all of those details to the email right there on your screen, kelly@tnvalleyweather.com. Hope you have a wonderful Friday. Again, temperatures okay for today and tomorrow, but higher rain chances for your Saturday, and then we are cranking up the heat heading into next week. Have a wonderful and safe weekend.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.
Flooring